Yo, 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 yo. What's up, LOLeros? How you doing? How you feeling? Well, it's a sweet day here at the Latinos Out Loud podcast. And this is another installment of Drum Roll Please. Would somebody please play a drum? Loca On Location. Need an intro song? Any artists out there that want to make an intro song for Loca On Location, holler at me. Yes, this is LOL Loca On Location, the segment that I'm really enjoying and loving to do these days, where we are, you guessed it, on location. I'm really happy to be here. We are here at Delicias Latina Bakery and Studio here in Albany, New York. That's right, we in the capital, son, la capital. No, not Santo Domingo, here in New York, friggin' New York. Forget about it. Shout out to Kathy Hochul. Hey, all right, look, this is Albany. This is the state capital of New York, and you know how I feel about New York. I love New York so much. This has been such a great weekend. I have done so many things, so many like touristy things, but this is a very sweet ending to my Labor Day weekend. I am here with a very, very special guest. Please stand up, get on your feet, grab your spatulas and your mixing bowls, and say hello to my friend Elaine Bonifacio, who's owner of Delicias Latina.
Hello, Miss Delicias. I'm Elaine Bonifacio from Delicias Latina in Albany, New York, and welcome.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you for opening the doors to this amazing establishment. I have already had one of her cakes and I'm still recovering in a good way. Like,
I was about to say.
No. Like in a really good way.
She did eat a lot.
I ate a lot of it. Okay. So much so that, I'm going to have to be doing some strict regimen this week, including Benefiber to, do what I got to do. Okay. TMI. It's so nice to be here with you. Thank you so much. This is so lovely. There's a lot of pink, which I love.
It's my color.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Because down to the shirt, the hints of pink and the glasses. Yes. Elaine, tell us about Delicias Latina. What is it and what was your inspiration behind creating it?
Well, Delicias Latina really started 17 years ago, just about. I've always had a passion for decorating and I wanted to decorate cakes. And then I started at home in maternity leave. Started on maternity leave. And since then, I've been baking and decorating. And I've always said I had to get out the house. It was really bad in the house. Too many, baking objects, X, Y, Z. And finally, one day, God made it possible. I got, the chance to buy a building, convert it into the bakery. And here we are.
Wow, that's so interesting that your body was releasing egg fertilizer and now you mix them. That's so great. It was like a calling. It was an excellent calling. And we all get that call. I mean, and if you haven't gotten that call yet, you will. There's sometimes this call that comes in and it's like, hey, hello, time to take the leap. Okay, talk to you later. Call me after the leap. Bye. So you took the leap. And motherhood did it for me too. I became a mom, and I like to tell people that my son was growing in my belly and growing a pair, and so was I, because I grew the cojones to leave my corporate gig and start all of this.
You definitely need to grow cojones to take a leap.
Let's talk about those cojones. Okay, I know they came to you after when you became a mom, but what was the day that you decided, and what did you do when you got the call to leap? What was the action plan?
Well, I wasn't in the corporate world. I was in the nonprofit world, executive director of organizations. But I still, I still went home and I released decorating cakes. And so as it continued to get stressful, I continued to come home and do more cakes. And then people started saying, you should start selling. So I started selling. And I found myself more enjoying the selling and decorating the cakes than being in my nonprofit job. Even though I was the executive director, it just wasn't filling me anymore. So I took the leap. I grew the cojones. I took the leap. I did, walk away from everything. I started the business from home and from, the ground up. And at some point, I'm just like, okay, I'm outgrowing my household. My household is looking like a bakery. My husband might evict me at this point because he can't even walk in the kitchen.
But I'm like, they must have loved because your house must have smelled amazing all day long.
Yes, if it didn't smell smell like guava, it smelled like piña or something baking. Yeah, so. It was great.
And then you decided to start Delicias Latina Academy.
Yes.
Tell us about that. What is that?
So after I opened the bakery, I have 4 years strong here. I did open in like the peak of the pandemic when we were supposed to shut down, and I had to do, basically pivot the whole idea of, the bakery, the walk-in, all that good stuff. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I need to do something different. I need to pivot. I need to scale, do something different.
Like so many of us, we had to pivot. We had to take what we had and what we knew
Exactly.
and pivot to keep money coming in.
Right.
Shout out to you. You
Thank
didn't just,
you.
because you could have just stopped. You could have just shut the oven off.
Yes.
But you didn't.
No, I couldn't. I'm like, okay, we went all in on this. Now we have to make it work. And so I've been working on Delicias Latina Academy. So I'm still a bakery. And provide custom cakes. So someone asked for a custom cakes, that type of stuff. But I felt that when I started this business, I could not go to anyone. There was no one available who can say, how I can run my business, how I can manage it, how I can scale it, how I can pivot. Nothing. It was like, it was literally you jump in and you have to just get your hands dirty, figure it out. If you fail, you try it again. So that's what happened with me. And I'm like, I think that if a lot of home bakers knew the struggle and at least have the information, they'll have a better understanding and know whether they want to move out of the household or how to better manage it in the household so that they can still make their money but don't have to leave the house. And I want to be able to inform them so that they can just make the decision, I want to scale and move, or I can make my business better by staying home and taking on these tasks, learning this new thing, learning how to manage it, and just create a business for themselves without having to leave the house, especially if they have kids.
Especially shout out to all the mompreneurs out there.
Yes, mompreneurs.
Yeah, this is so special because we all know these people. I had a tia and a prima who were baking out of their one-bedroom apartments in Washington Heights.
Washington Heights.
And I remember, shout out to my tia Clara, rest in peace, that like she kept the door open because the people that she was baking for would come and pick up. So I would be there playing like, who are all these strangers coming up in here? But like they would come get their cake, pay her guap, and be on their very merry way with their Dominican cake. I just want to shout out also that you are the only Latina Caribeña owner of a bakery in this capital region of New York State.
Yes.
Can we get some air horns? Anybody? Drums or air horns? I don't ask for a lot. I'll do it myself. That must be so special. Like, how did you even like figure that out?
I mean, it was exciting, and I saw that I had a market. I do have friends who bake from home. So I know that there was a market because if I have customers and I have to sometimes turn customers down and say, call the next one, and they're doing the same. So there's a demand,
I love
right?
that. Everybody helps each other
out.
out.
Yeah, we definitely work as a network. So that's a good thing too. Part of the academy, you learn to you create a network instead of trying to be in competition.
Right.
But the question, how do I become the first Latina, right? Is that push. When I had that, like, I have to get out the house. So when I made that push, I become the first Latina to have a bakery in Albany, New York, in the capital region, the capital district. So I'm literally covering 16 counties of the only Latin bakery for 4.5 years. So recently we did, So recently we did get another one that just opened. She's Mexican young lady, wonderful young lady. But when you want Dominican cake, you want Puerto Rican cake, you want tres leches with the Caribbean flavor, you are going to come to Delicia Latina to get that stuff. And I actually get people calling me all the time like, hey, do you have slices? Do you have the cups available? Because it's totally different than anything else.
Dominican cake, I'm going to go on record for saying this, Dominican cake is the best cake out there.
It is.
Like, does anybody disagree? Leave
I think
it in the comments
Google
if you disagree.
I think if you Google it, it'll come out.
Googlealo. And put it in the comments if you disagree. And also if you agree.
I agree. Googlealo. I really swear. It really
Googlealo porque es el mejor bizcocho que hay en el mundo entero. I may be biased because my mom is Dominican and I grew up eating Dominican cake on the very special occasions. I don't know, on the other planets, they may have some other kind of cake, Pero Dominican cake is that cake for the special occasion, for that special treat to your taste buds. It's just special overall.
It is.
And now they're getting fancy. Back in the day, they looked like this, where it was just a pound, which I have a question about that too. But what I want to talk about right now is all the Dominican fake out there. I'm in New York City, Elaine, and oftentimes I'm looking for a cake for a special occasion, a kid's birthday, a divorce party, you know what I'm saying? A bachelorette, whatever it is. And it's so hard to find a real Dominican cake in New York City. You would think otherwise. Shout out to everybody in Wash Heights and Inwood listening to this episode. My peoples, Washington Heights. Pero I have like searched high and low. I've gotten recommendations from Dominicans and non-Dominicans about where to get a Dominican cake from. And every bakery that I've been to in like the last 5 years has sold me Fugazi Dominican cake. Fugazi fake, Dominican fake, where they like say, oh, bicocho dominicano. And then you bring this caja to your family and the party's like, woo, great party. Can't wait for the Dominican cake. Then everybody like sinks their teeth into the Dominican cake and it's like, mer, mer, mer. This don't taste like no Dominican cake. Either the cake itself doesn't taste like that buttery, flavor, or it doesn't have relleno de dulce de leche, guayaba, or piña, or the supiro is sad, like it's not even real supiro. Do you know about this trend? And can you just comment, like, what the heck is going on here?
I don't know what's going on, but I know what you mean. I've gone to New York City when we go visit family, and I always want to stop. My husband's like, why do you want to stop at a bakery? You live in a bakery. But, you want to go in. You want to taste the difference. You want to see if there's different ideas.
Taste the competition, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And yes, it has been disappointing to throw away slices. And not to say that every bakery in Washington Heights is bad. I'm not saying that. Pero I think there is something going on where they're commercializing it. They're probably making it in a warehouse. It's probably a frozen cake that they're buying from somewhere. It's definitely not Dominican cake. And it's definitely not proportioned to it right when they say it's a libra and you see it's like 3 libras in there. I'm like, how is that a libra? So, and the frosting, yes. There is one bakery that was putting like commercial whipped cream. So yeah.
Whipped cream?
So it has happened. So I know what you mean, but it's not every bakery. It's not every bakery. So you just got to.
Eso me encojona, man. Eso me encojona porque it's like, you want to just, again, like savor. I know the taste from childhood.
Right.
It's nothing foreign.
Right.
So when I taste something that
it is unique.
It's like fake, it's false marketing.
Yes, it is.
The other thing I want to say is there's a certain bakery up in the Heights on Amsterdam that everybody recommended me to go to. So I went there for my kid's birthday. And I was like, hey, I need a New York Knicks cake. And she did the Dominican cake and she used a blue. Let's just say my family and I were making blue number 2 for weeks. It was too much blue dye. Like, I just feel like nowadays in cake design, there's artistry and then there's this need for the culinary skill set. And if you don't have both, don't even market yourself that way. Just stick to like the plain Jane ones. That's okay. They taste good. But tell us about that collision for you of artistry and culinary skill. Do you have both? And if so, how did you like get them so finely tuned that you can do all these amazing decorated cakes that we're seeing here today?
Thank you. So yeah, I do have both. For me, it's very important how the cake looked. And so I have an artistic eye and I have skills. So for me, I was like, I want to make these beautiful cakes and I delve into that. But then it took me that couple years to get the cake batter to be perfect, or at least to be, to my liking, that it tastes Dominican. Because I didn't want to charge so much for something and then the way you're upset when you buy a cake and it doesn't taste Dominican. So for me, it's very important that it tastes like a Dominican cake, but it also looks beautiful. It's what the customer wants, or at least close to what they want. I don't make copies. So I say, send me a picture of an inspirational picture, and I'll say to them, okay, I can make something like this because I don't want to make a copy of somebody else's artwork, you know? But for me, that's what it was. It was very important to get both the taste and the artistic,
So you actually draw like a schematic, like you send them a rendering of some sort?
If they need it, if they need a drawing, a sketch of it, yes, we work on that end. If it's a high scale customer who like a wedding customer, definitely. I don't do it for all of them because for all of them, they can send me an inspirational picture and I say, yes, I can do this and that or change this and it'll look better. Or depending on how many portions, this is going to look different. But other than that, definitely I send them a sketch and we work on something until they agree on what they're getting, and I work from there, from a sketch.
That's another skill that I think is needed, by the way, is that trust, building that trust with your clientele. And then I'm sure you have those repeat customers, and then that's how buzz marketing works, word of mouth. Okay, I have another question. I have so many questions, but we do have to start wrapping up. Okay, when people say, quiero una libra, I want a pound, I get a cake that weighs several pounds. Like, I'm so confused. What's the measurement system? Do we have our own? Because, Dominicans like to invent. I mean, there's the metric system and the English system. Is there also the Dominican system of measurement? And if so, please explain it to us.
Well, in the olden days, everything was measured by the pound. Anything you buy in the market before money, everything was measured by the pound.
Yes.
This cake is more like a pound cake, but it's obviously a Dominican cake because it has its Dominican ingredients. But the reason why it's called una libra is because the ingredients, you need a pound of each of the main ingredients. So una libra de mantequilla, una libra de harina, una libra de azúcar. And depending on how many eggs you get, it kind of scales out to, una libra. So when you get all that together, that's why they say una libra. And it's the easiest way to say, oh, let me put this cake together. Es una libra because everything is a libra. Obviously, it's more than a libra because every time.
I'm like, eso pesa más que una libra. Como que, I don't understand. I mean, I guess I got my money's worth because I only paid for a pound and this thing weighs like 15.
Exactly.
Okay, I really want to commend you for what you've taken in like what could be a very localized business, and you've made it national, international. Anybody can take a class with Delicias Latina Academy.
Yes.
So please tell the Eloeleros how they too can either learn how to start their own bakery business or scale and elevate the business that they've already started.
Definitely. So deliciaslatina.com is my bakery website. But deliciaslatina.academy.com is the Academy website, and there you're going to find an array of digital products, and I'm also doing virtual classes. So it's not just like if you just want to buy a digital product and learn from, a PDF, or you can sign up for the digital classes, the virtual classes that I'll be doing. I have a 6-week course coming up where it's from A to Z on how to open up, how to legalize. One of the major issues that home bakers run into is that they're running an illegal business because they're not legalized, and they don't do it because they don't understand the process. They think it's too long, they think it's too expensive, and that's all myths. And so my first chapter in that course is basically how to legalize your business. So that you don't have to leave you can still, I can walk you through how to open a business, but you don't need to leave it. If you have little kids at home, if if you're not ready to make that leap, I can definitely provide you in that first chapter on how to, create your own business, legalize it, the whole finance piece of it, everything, getting the license for you to do it from home. So that's one of the perks of deliciaslatina.academy.com. So if you know bakers out there, if you know bakers, your neighbor's a baker, your cousin, your aunt is a baker, just let her know, you can legalize this and you can really bank on this. And the big thing is that you can then advertise publicly that you are selling cakes from home, and that's where you can really scale your business. But it starts from that.
It feels so good to own a business.
It really does.
Small or large.
It's every immigrant's dream, right?
Yes. And the other thing I dream of are your cookies, because I think that you also can ship those nationally.
Those are shippable. So we have the Body Box, and we are working on our NYC cookies with the Latin flavors.
Yeah.
So that will be coming out for this fall. And then we have the packages for Thanksgiving and Christmas that have a different array of different flavors. So,
which I have great news for the Eloeleros. Please stay tuned to We Are Latinos Out Loud and to my personal Instagram at Rachel La Loca for a very special contest giveaway. Yes. You're going to win a really nice prize. So be sure to please follow us at We Are Latinos Out Loud. Follow me at Rachel La Loca. And Elaine, if you wouldn't mind. And actually, before you drop the handles, I have a request. Would you teach me how to make supiro?
Claro que sí.
Oh my gosh. Eloeleros, I'm going to learn how to make supiro. You don't even want to know about the supiro that I tried to make for Thanksgiving circa 2003. It was a disaster. It tasted good, but it looked like armpit. It was really bad. It was terrible. But my family was like, it's good. So I want to learn how to make supiro today. But please tell everyone out there how they can follow you and learn more about the Academy.
So the bakery business, you can find it on Instagram, on Delicias Latina, just like that. Many Delicias, one Latina, as I keep telling her, Delicias Latina. And the handle for the academy is Delicias Latina Academy, and there's some hyphens in the bottom of it. So, but you can also find it through the link of Delicias Latina. Website, deliciaslatina.com, and deliciaslatina.academy.com. So there's two different businesses, one Latina.
And we will put all these links in the show notes of this episode. I cannot wait to make some sopito right now. I may lick the bowl. Thank you so much, LOLeros, for tuning into another episode and a very special segment of Loca On Location. LOL, if you like acronyms like I do, please be sure to follow me at Rachel La Loca. We are Latinos Out Loud on Instagram. And also you can give us a call at 978-LATINOS. 978-LATINOS is the number. I may answer, I may not. You can also catch us on YouTube, the tube of you. Follow us at We Are Latinos Out Loud on YouTube for some special videos that are there. Thank you so much to Elaine. Thank you for opening the doors of this amazing bakery to us. And now, let's go make some sopito.
Vamos.
Diantre coño. We are in the lab, okay? This is the laboratory of Elaine. This is Delicias Latina Lab. I don't know what these things are. This is some kind of mixing thing.
These are my babies.
Is this the nursery?
This is the nursery. And these are the best when you're having a hard time doing sopito. Most of the time it's because you don't have a strong enough whip. But the stronger the mix, the better.
The stronger the mix, the better. Could be applied to DJs or bakers.
There you go.
You have a good mixtape. And a good mixed cake. See what I did there? Oh, you didn't know what you were signing up for.
No, I didn't.
Okay, welcome to Loca On Location.
Okay. So we're doing sopito. This is your traditional sopito. It's basically incorporating air into your egg whites. And so you have a combination of water, egg whites, and sugar. The only difference is that because it's Dominican, it's gonna get the Dominican flavors in it, which is your vanilla. Most bakers are gonna put rum. Like I put rum in mine.
And what does sopito mean? Is it a word with meaning?
Sopito in Spanish really just means when you take like that deep breath and you release. Pero why did they call this sopito? I can't even tell you because it's meringue.
Merengue would make sense for our people, but like maybe it's because like after you have some of our sopito, you take this deep breath and you're like
and you release.
like it's so good.
Exactly.
And you said something interesting. You're very picky about your vanilla. Are you a vanilla snob? Like tell us why.
I am. Some of them smell fake. You could tell like it's just not the right vanilla smell.
And you're against the vanilla extract that you get the brown stuff, the like
against it.
McCormick.
No one should ever put in Dominican cake that cake because then it's no longer Dominican cake, it's a yellow cake. Because es la vainilla de Santo Domingo y si le van a poner es ron de Santo Domingo. Se tiene que ser Brugal.
Brugal.
That's it. Es ron de Santo Domingo. So
so
I am a snooty when it comes to my vainilla. It has to be a specific vainilla. And I use the Brugal.
Okay,
definitely. You
guys are listening to this, right? She's giving away her secrets. Okay, so we're watching the sugar getting really hot right here. Sugar, 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 sugar. So this is part of the process.
That is part of the process. Okay, so we're just gonna whip it fast and
whip it. Whip it good. Okay, so I'm very like musical.
Yeah, I see this.
All right. Look at this, you guys. There's so many mixers here. This is exciting.
El sopito se tiene que hacer like this. You put a little bit from down here. There you go.
Oh my God.
You see the stream?
Yes. Oh my God. Can I try?
And now you're gonna, now you pick it up. Now it should leave a stream.
Oh my God. Look at how puffy it's getting. Look at how poofy. Look at the sopito. I did it.
Yep. And you can put a tablespoon of lemon. I use lemon.
And should I slowly put it in or like just dump it in?
Yeah. Smell that vanilla.
Oh my God, yes.
Oh,
sorry.
Girl, you know that came from Santo Domingo. You're sorry. Okay.
Awesome.
And then the next you can put any flavor. So people will put almond, they'll put lemon, whatever flavor you want to put in it. And it's looking like it's peaking now, so I'm going to show you what peak is.
Like peak, like to look at us? What do you mean? Like a peak?
See that?
Oh,
how it stays?
My, yes. Oh.
So that's medium peak.
And I guess you can add food coloring too,
Yes.
like if you want a different color. Again, artistry. There's artistry involved in this, a creative vision.
So there you go. That's a peek. When you could do that,
Oh my
that's
God!
how you know that it's ready. Look how beautiful that is.
May I?
Of course.
Oh my God. That is so good. It tastes like my childhood.
Y eso que no tiene brugal. Right, so now we're gonna decorate this real quick. My basic cake design. So, I'm gonna put a little bit there, pero se le pone su bordecito para que no se le salga whatever you're gonna put in the filling.
Okay,
right?
this is the relleno.
Relleno es de dulce de leche.
How do you say spatula in Spanish?
Miserable.
Miserable.
Yes, it's crazy, right?
No me digas.
That's why I don't use it much because, you know, I'm miserable.
I know why it's miserable, because shout out to everybody who got hit with one of these growing up. It was miserable, ¿no verdad? Que ven acá, muchacha el diablo. Miserable.
Was that one? That's,
Mommy,
I'm
no.
hoping that it wasn't like this in your household.
No, it definitely wasn't. No. Shout out to my mom. Thank you for not hitting me with a spatula. But I don't know.
You use the chancleta instead.
Right. The chancleta, you know, the overused weapon in every Latino household. Which I'm sure you could use a chancleta for this too. You know, if you don't have a spatula or a miserable, just get a clean chancleta. Just go to, you know, Conway real quick, or Latinos call it Conways. Go to Dollar General, get a chancleta.
You're crazy. It's nice and moist.
Ooh, layer number 2 coming for you. Ay, Dios mío. It's
And
already
now-
looking like, I would eat that like a hamburger right now. Like just both things.
Get some more supiro. We are going to have a lot of extra supiro.
Oh, that's fine. I'll take it.
Good.
And I'll put it on some pita bread. Like, I'll put it everywhere. Ritz crackers.
Pita bread?
Yeah.
Really?
A supiro sandwich sounds so good right now. I'll put it on my fruit. Supiro fruit. I love supiro. Y'all don't even understand. Like, I'm also going to lick a little bit of this.
Yeah,
dulce de leche. Oh my God. This is real dulce de leche. What's this turntable thing? Are you a DJ or what is this?
The most necessary thing if you want to decorate, because it turns the cake while you're working on it, no?
Chick, 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 chick.
You can cut that out, right?
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody in the clubs right now. Dominican cake, make some noise. Brr, 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 brr.
This is magic. You see, you got to buy this at Delicias. You get this at the Delicias Academy.
Ooh.
So this magic spray make it smoother. And all you need is tap water. Spray bottle is the best. You have to get that spray that's
That,
like
like,
continuous.
mist?
Yeah, the mist.
Yeah.
Oh wow. This is another trick that I use that's really helpful when you want to get those nice edges. Because you're going to cover up the cake with the borders, everything gets covered up.
What else could you put supiro on? Like, I would put it on dark chocolate, muffins, bananas, strawberries. I'm just gonna lick this whole freaking thing right now.
You're lucky that cake is for you.
For me? Oh my God, yes! Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Can I try to do this?
I would love for you to do it.
Okay, I don't know
hold on,
what
I'm
I'm
trying to
doing.
make it not
I don't know
so
what I'm
messy for
doing.
you.
This is looking ugly. Okay. How do you do that? I don't know how.
You're gonna put it towards to touch that.
Uh-huh.
You're gonna squeeze a little bit and then let go your squeeze as you pull out.
All right. I learned that the pull-out method doesn't work, but I'm gonna try it here. Okay, squeeze and pull out. Squeeze and pull out. I can't make it go down.
You should take my class.
I think I will. Look, you can see Elaine's side, and then you can see my side. There's a big
You didn't do bad though.
difference.
You
Thank
didn't do bad. You didn't do bad. Go pick your sprinkles out.
Any of the sprinkles here?
Whatever
I like
you
the
want.
rose gold.
Whatever you want.
This is crazy. Cool. have to know how to multitask here.
Yes. Everything is on multitasking.
This looks so freaking pretty.
There you have it.
Wow.
This is un bizcocho dominicano, diseño básico de Delicias Latina.
Yay, we did it!
Good job. Good job.
Ah.
That's it. Eso es una media libra.
Thanks, Elaine.
Thank you, and thanks for
doing
stopping
this.
by.
This was so much fun.
Anybody want supiro?
Yes, please.
You're gonna be so sugared up right now.
I'm going to be so sugared up. Get ready, baby.
Hola, mis delicias. I'm Elaine, and I'm the proud owner of Delicias Latina in Albany, New York. Are you or someone you know looking to open a bakery business or scale an existing one if you work from home? Then I got some sweet news for you. Head over to deliciaslatinaacademy.com, that's deliciaslatinaacademy.com, and check out the online courses and digital goodies I have available for you. Delicias is DELICIAS, latinaacademy.com. Log on today and learn and earn. Aprende y emprende.